Good morning, traders. Welcome to StockCast. My name is Todd Derby, along with co-host James Mason. Good morning, James. How are you doing today?
Todd, I am doing well, but man, I am exhausted.
Little post-Easter sugar buzz hangover.
Just man, all of the walking that we've done over the weekend, man, going to the aquarium, which is super cool. Got a lot of pictures there and whatnot. Man, it was just so freaking busy over the weekend, and I hope everybody had a great and wonderful, happy Easter. And yeah, so how was your Easter weekend?
It was good. Got a chance to see my dad's side of the family and had a little ham dinner and see the family. So it was good. Ooh, as I'm talking to you, that ticker we talked about just broke 580.
Yeah, I'm watching it right now.
All right.
I think it's going to end up being shorted, to be honest.
All
We'll
right.
talk about it here on the show. But
Sorry.
all right, everyone. So currently, Dow futures are down 41 points. S&P 500 is down 9.25 points, and we really don't have solid direction for day trade in the market so far. But like I spoke about last week, the market going. Let's see, the SPY going up on the daily chart to get rejected off the bottom of. Let me share my chart. The SPY getting rejected off the bottom of that 186 EMA. I mean, that thing did exactly just that. So I am very, very bearish leaning on the market right now, and we'll just see what it does. So I don't want to jump into other tickers too much, but all right, Todd, poison pills. What do you know about that?
I don't know a whole lot. I've never been involved in a hostile takeover. So, but I find it interesting that this saga with Twitter and their board of directors and Elon Musk has gone on longer than I truly expected. And I'm surprised that the response was to his buyout offer was a poison pill recipe versus a counter offer. I would think the way to negotiate appropriately would be to I mean, he offered him 54 something to come up and say, we want 58 or 59 or 62. And instead they came up with a poison pill. So I find that interesting.
Yeah, for the people out there who don't understand what poison pills are in the stock market, it's essentially like a nuclear bomb that a company can set off. But when they set it off, it's not like they're targeting, like a. Okay, so I'll just put it in terms of like if a country was shooting like a nuclear warhead at someone else, well, it's not like that. They're not taking a shot on just a certain target. It's like they're shooting it straight up and just detonating it in the atmosphere over them. So like they're literally hitting themselves. They're hitting shareholders. They're hitting the person who's trying to take over the company. Yes, it's a financial tactic that the companies can use to prevent a hostile takeover, but it is the most freaking selfish thing that the company can do. It literally hurts everybody who is a shareholder just so they don't lose.
I don't understand because one of the responsibilities of a board member is the fiduciary responsibility to their board they serve. Like, I would think a buyout in the $54 range would be welcomed for these shareholders.
Yeah, I mean, and to be honest, like, it's not. What's Twitter's plan? Like, it's not like Elon's offer was bad. They didn't even bother to try to counter offer back. It's Elon's trying to take us over. Poison pill.
Yeah, and it was also reported that this weekend that after Jack Dorsey's left the board, that very few the board members actually hold a very small percentage of actual shares, and that's one of Elon's points is that their agenda or interests aren't aligned with shareholders because they don't own enough shares to truly care as other shareholders.
Exactly. And they probably receive most of those shares as compensation. So
Correct.
it's just like, whatever for them. And really them doing the poison pill, it just proves his point, like they don't care. Like as a company, like I wouldn't be against like doing a poison pill if it needed to be done to save your company,
to protect your company, to protect some long-term interest, but the Twitter one it boggles my mind.
It really does. Like there was not even a counter offer, like you said,
right?
And they went straight to a poison pill. Like it's literally, just like, oh shit, we don't want to be taken over, so we'll just detonate this nuke and kill everybody, kill ourselves too.
It feels personal, like they wanted to serve Elon a big fu, and so they went to the poison pill route.
Yeah, so they're gonna. I mean, if they do pull that poison pill, they'll just dilute the shit out of the shares, and they'll wrap it up as in shareholders will get cheaper shares and blah 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 blah. I mean, that's cool and all. Like if you just had asked tons of money to buy a bunch of Twitter shares for whatever that they would offer them at, just so they can dilute it. But still, at the end of the day, like it's so hurtful to the shareholders that I don't know. It's just weird. I don't understand why they would have made that move this soon. But man, it's so interesting. Like they do not want Elon controlling this.
Clearly.
Sure.
Which now brings up this question. Does this motivate him differently now? Does it become personal for him to
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, because I also read that he has Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, and Bank of America. He's talking to all three of them to line up financing for this project.
And if you were at any bank and Elon has one of his reps approaching you, yeah, you take that time and you make that deal. Yes, you make that deal.
James, Mr. Musk is on the phone for you. Todd, I gotta go.
Exactly. Like you will find the money. Elon has done proven himself. I mean, you just can't ignore that one. Elon will take over Twitter. I fully believe it. He'll either take it over or destroy the damn thing.
So something we haven't talked about. We just had this idea. Would he try to compete with a rival platform?
Potentially. It is easier to just buy Twitter out. So, and I'm sure he fully understands that. That's why he's doing it this way. But yeah, like, man, I mean, let's just be real. If Elon Musk opened up a social network, there would be tens of millions of people who would join it in a day.
It would. I'm sure the servers would break down due to or it was just couldn't handle the overload of people signing up.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, that's just quick update on what's going on with Twitter. Very interesting what's taking place there, and man, I don't know, it's starting to turn into a weird stock, especially with that poison pill. So
I will tell you, because this has been going on for now going on push 3 weeks or so, and the price point, there has been a lot more volatility in the Twitter account. And if you're looking for something to trade, Twitter has been a good stock to trade using our exits and entries indicator. It's been spot on. So, and it's a price low enough that you can trade shares and get in and out and be pretty be profitable with that. So if you're looking for something to add to your watch list or your trade list, Twitter is a good one to take a look at.
All right. So Edward wrote a comment. Hold on, I gotta marquee it. Edward wrote, "Tell him to fix True Social. True Social is dead. It is dead.
Never got off the ground.
No, like it's like I was saying, like when Truth Social started trying to come out, and they were doing their little wait list. I started off as like, I can't remember, it was like 10,000 something or 13,000. And then 12 hours later, I was like 150,000 on the list. And at that moment, I knew that wait list was just a bunch of BS. And, well, everything, don't get me wrong. You guys know, you guys know I'm pretty conservative. And this has nothing to do with anybody's political beliefs. And I always preach this, like, I don't care what the political beliefs are in a stock. It just comes down to if I can make money in it or not. I literally don't care what they do. If I can make
money. Funny because there's certain people in the business world that you go, oh, sorry, excuse me. They say, oh, that person, wherever he touches turns to gold. He's successful. That's not what they say about Trump.
No, not at all.
They say just the opposite.
Yeah.
And here's another example of Truth Social, dead on arrival.
Well, yeah, it's like I was talking about Truth Social the entire time, and people were getting pissed off at me. And I really don't want to get in politics, but like, people jumping in and calling me like, "Oh, you're just a hardcore liberal." Like, Todd, you know me, man. I'm the furthest thing from a liberal. Like,
I'd like to meet the person that called you a hardcore liberal. They had to be smoking the crack pipe.
Seriously.
Seriously, I mean, like, they're clueless.
Yeah. But yeah, like everything I was saying about Truth Social, it wasn't. I'm definitely not against former President Trump. But like everything I was saying about Truth Social happened, but like so many people were just pissed off because they didn't want to hear it. They didn't want to hear the truth. That's a no pun intended there. But like it was crap to begin with. And here it is. Like, I'm curious what's going to happen now with DWAC and Truth Social, the potential merger. Someone's getting sued in this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what does Trump do from here? Does he eventually say, screw it, we're closing it down? This was supposed to be his like big second coming, and it's dead.
Well, they may have made some money off the deal, though. I'm sure that happened.
But yeah, I don't know. So yeah, Truth Social is dead. But anyways, let's get into ticker CASA.
Casa Systems. They signed a multi-year deal with Verizon. I'm pulling up the news on it, the headline. Multi-year contract from Verizon. Verizon is going to make a $40 million equity investment into Casa stock.
All right. So currently on the 5-minute chart with this setup, I'm actually going to be looking to short this. If I'm just going to be honest here. Overall, I'm bullish, but for a short-term day trade, I'm going to be looking to short this based off this setup. I do expect it at the bell to make a little pop, but then I expect it to break down after that. Let's take a look at the daily chart. Seconds. Okay. All right, so pre-market, we already started hitting those very high ranges for resistance, right around this $5.90 to $6 range. I mean, you can see this $5.90 mark that I put up on the chart, this yellow line. And if you look at the yellow line, I mean, you can see strong resistance right here, and then a very strong resistance right in this range. So I am expecting this thing to come out the gates, do a little pop. I'm probably going to take if I can get shares through TD Ameritrade, which I probably won't be able to do this, but if I can get shares to short with through TD Ameritrade, I'm just going to take an entry somewhere right up around 6 and hopefully short it down to about 540. So like when we talk about like bearish trades, like shorting with actual shares, like penny stocks, we're not trying to short something, say at like $10 and write it down to $2 or $3. We're buying our shares, and this is where it gets extremely risky, and a lot of people don't understand. We are buying a lot of shares, which creates leverage. And when it comes to shorting, you have to be careful with that shit. Like, trust me. I've screwed up doing this as well. Where you get just a shit ton of shares, and it starts to squeeze against you because you have so many shares. It just makes things devastating. But anyways, if this setup works the way that I would like it to, where we have a quick pop out the gates, it hits above that $5.90, $6 range, I'm going to take a short position here if I can even get the shares on TD Ameritrade. When I say a short position, just 1,000 shares. I'm not going to be swinging toward the fences on this. But then when it starts to push down, like I'm not looking to try to ride it all the way down. If this thing pops up and then drops down real quick, depending on its rate of acceleration of like actually dropping down, will determine a lot on when I'll take profits. Like if it was, let's just say like, okay, you see how we have a massive green candle like this? Let's just say, hypothetically, like this chart was inverted. Say I started taking you guys are going to have to like use your brains here to understand what I'm saying, to envision this. But say I took a short here and this chart's inverted, and instead of a green candle, we had a red candle going down the chart, but that was like just significant. That right there, I know I would already take my profits. Like, wouldn't you as well, Todd? Like,
yeah, because you're gonna a big candle, you might get a quick bounce, so you snag it, take the profit. And
exactly, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if this thing pops up and I'm able to actually get some shares to short with here, and then it just printed a long red candle all the way down to my target price at like 540, I'm out. But if it started like just staggering and slowly bleeding out, I mean, it's gonna be situational. The longer it would take, the chances are I'll bring my target price up. So I'm just looking to really nail this around 590 to 6 for a short entry and take it down to 540, and I'll be done. If it pushes up hardcore over 6, let's see. I'd probably stop out about 625, to be honest with y'all. Like, there's a extremely strong resistance right here about 678, but I'm not going to hold on to this shit for that. I don't foresee this doing like any short squeezes because it does have 84.5 million shares outstanding, and we do have a lot of bag holders coming from this $9 range all the way down. So I think a lot of people are going to be cutting losses or taking their profits they were in here. So that's what I see for ticker CASA, but hopefully I can pull this off a short day trade and then see what it does today overall and track this whenever the days to come, because I do feel that this actually does give them potential with this Verizon deal. So, Todd, do you have anything else for this ticker?
No, I'm in the same ballpark. I think 596 or 597 is the magic number for if it breaks that. But the pre-market high is 586 right now, so I think it's going to be challenging to get over 586 to 596.
Alrighty, well, you guys heard it straight from Todd's mouth. So if that one don't work out like that, well, there you go.
There you go. We're under 7 minutes to the start of the market also.
All right, so let's go and wrap it up right there.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so anyways, guys, we hope you had a safe and wonderful happy Easter. Man, it's time to get back in the groove. I'm gonna be a little rusty. Like, my mind has not been on the market the entire weekend like normal, and just feels weird. It feels weird that I think that's what they call experience in life, Todd.
It's called parenthood, my friend. You're a different man today than you were 2 years ago.
It's unbelievable. If people, like, you spent a lot of time with me, if people knew me just 2 years ago and just saw the difference, man, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, people will meet you and be like, "Man, you've changed. What's different?"
Mm-hmm.
Her name is Ilana. You think differently. You do things differently. It's a whole different ball.
Everything that I said that I would never do in life, man, I do that shit all the time. I do it all the time, round and round in my wife's minivan. Man, I love that minivan. I drive that minivan more than I drive my truck.
It's really funny.
I might trade it, Todd. I might trade in my Tundra and get a matching minivan with my wife.
What's funny about the minivan comment is that my daughter Annie goes, "Did you see James' comment on Facebook about the minivan?"
Man, that thing is nice. I love it. Very nice.
All right, we're 5 minutes out.
All right, everybody. Remember, trade safe, trade smart. It's the beginning of a new week. Basically, what I'm saying is, don't screw up. It would suck to just have Easter and then you start up your trading week and it turns into a shit show. You know what? I'm actually in an aggressive mood today. I think I'm going to hit up some certain executives and start pressing them.
Oh, maybe we'll have something to talk about tomorrow.
Yeah. You know what? Let's do that. All right, guys. Yeah, let's wrap it up right there.
Sounds good.
All right, everybody. Trade safe, trade smart, and we'll see y'all in the next one.